This is Doug Stinson, and in this video I will go step by step through the creation of a portfolio overview image. Every portfolio submitted to N4C must include an overview image. The overview image will contain smaller versions of the other images in your portfolio in the order you want your images viewed. More than just an index, the overview image will be used by the assessors as a tool to help them assess how the images work together. Consequently, the images on the overview image must accurately reflect the corresponding individual images in all respects except for size. For example, they must have the same aspect ratio, color balance, tonal quality, and cropping as the corresponding full-sized image. The best way to achieve this is to complete all editing and save your individual images as JPEGs before beginning the process of creating the overview image. To make your life easier, I recommend you put all of your portfolio images in one folder, as I have done here. To start the process, open your image editing program, in this case, Photoshop. The next step is to set the background color of your overview image. That's done by clicking on this box right here. Now the color picker dialog box will open. You can use any color for the background of the overview image that you desire. Just make sure the color doesn't clash with the colors in your portfolio images. However, I would recommend that you use a light gray. Something like that. This seems to work with all of the different variations in images that you might have. Once you do that, you create your overview image canvas by clicking on File, New, and then this dialog box opens up. The first step would be to rename the canvas Overview Image. We don't care about the presets because we are going to enter our own parameters. According to the rules, the images in your portfolio can be no wider than 1920 pixels. So we will enter 1920. Also, the height can be no higher than 1200 pixels, so we will enter 1200. The resolution doesn't matter. We do want the color mode to be RGB and not one of these other ones, and 8 bits is appropriate. The background color we want to be what we've set previously, so make sure that this is set to background color. And we want the color profile to be sRGB, not Adobe RGB or some other setting, because we will be either projecting these images or displaying them on a computer screen, and sRGB works best in those situations. Click on OK, and your overview image canvas appears. The next step is to start placing your portfolio images onto the overview image canvas. The way I do that is to navigate to the file folder that contains my portfolio images. Then I right-click on the first image in the portfolio and use Open with Photoshop. Then select All and Edit Copy. Now navigate back to your overview image and click on Edit and then Paste. Well, obviously this image is much too big for an overview image, so I need to scale it down. That's easily done by clicking on the Move tool, which causes these little boxes to appear at the corners. Position your cursor over one corner, hold down the Shift key, click, and drag towards the center of the image until the image is the size you want. Then put your cursor somewhere on the image itself, and you can drag it to wherever you want on the overview image canvas. Once that is done, click on any other tool in the toolbox. This Apply Transformation dialog box appears, and you click Apply. You're now complete with working on that image, so you may close out the image that you're working on to keep this bar uncluttered. Now just repeat that process for each of the images in your portfolio. So again, locate the image, open it by right-clicking and open with Photoshop. Select all, edit, copy, go to the overview image, edit, paste, select the move tool, hold down the shift key, click on one corner, drag to the center, position your cursor over the image, drag it to where you want, click any other tool in the toolbox, click Apply, close the image that you're working on. What this process does is create a new layer for each of the images. If you want, you can double click on the name and change that name. For example, second image. This can help you when editing the images, the overview image at a later time. If you want to move the images or rescale them after you have put them on the overview image canvas, simply select the layer that contains the image that you want to modify, click on Edit, Transform, and Scale. Again, the little boxes appear, and you can now hold down the Shift key, resize this image, and move it into a new location. Once you've completed this process for all of the images in your portfolio, you will want to save the image. We've got to finalize that move by clicking on any tool in the toolbox and clicking Apply. And now we're ready to save the overview image. I recommend that you save this as a Photoshop file. This will maintain the layers so that you can come back and edit them subsequently. However, before you submit the image to the portfolio competition, you're going to have to convert this to a JPEG. And you can do that simply by doing File, Save As, changing the format to JPEG, and clicking OK. That will bring up the JPEGs option dialog box. You'll want to set the quality to maximum and click OK. When you've done this, your final overview image should look something like this. Well, that's all there is to creating the overview image. I hope this has been helpful, and I look forward to seeing your portfolios in the N4C Portfolio competition.